Hello and welcome to another Starfield episode here on the Mole RP channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we are talking about the Crimson Fleet, how to join them, what do they actually get you when you join them, how will this tarnish your playthrough, and does it really make sense to go full on pirate? So the biggest question is, of course, right from the get-go, how do I actually join the Crimson Fleet? Well, you can immediately go to the Crimson Fleet. You will find them in the Crick system, but the moment you arrive in the Crick system, you will be attacked by every ship the Crimson Fleet has available to their bidding, and they will shoot you down. So, how do you join them? Well, it's actually pretty simple. You can join them right from the beginning. You just have to make sure that you are in UC space, and then you are committing a crime, and then you are getting caught. Now, when I'm saying committing a crime, I don't mean to kill half of Atlantis. Only the ranged person would do that, and I totally didn't try that. But for you, just steal something. Steal something and get caught. Then you will be immediately transferred to a ship, and on that ship they explain to you that, hey, because you're a criminal, you seem to fit right in, and they want you to work as a double agent for UC SysDev in the Crimson Fleet. And then you are just following that story, and this is how you are, rather sooner than later, join up with the Crimson Fleet. There is another way on how to do it. If you don't want to go the criminal route, this will take a little bit longer. You have to join the UC Vanguard in New Atlantis, and then at some point they're like, hey, wow, you did quite a bit for us. That's weird. We have a request from UC SysDev here. Please check them out. They have something to offer to you. And this is how you then just follow the same quest, but you start them from a different perspective. Now, this is how you literally join the Crimson Fleet. You have to follow some of the quests, and then they will invite you to join in Crix, where the key is. The key is a space station, and the cool thing about the key is that they have everything. This is the main hub of the Crimson Fleet, and you can repair your ships here. You can even buy some new components for your ship, and more importantly, they have tons of merchants. Those are all different merchants you are seeing here in the background, and they are selling and buying all the different things. And there's even one from, well, not this person right here. Yes, he is even from the good old trade authority, and you can sell all your legal stuff here with the trade authority. They will gladly take it off your hands, and the cool thing is you will not be scanned, you will not be held accountable for having all those questionable items with you. By the way, quick note, if you do not want join the Crimson Fleet for that, keep in mind that you can also sell all your contraband at the den, and the den is right over here. Right over here in Wolf. Haha, always mix it up. You go to Wolf, and then there's the den, and you can sell your contraband there because you are not being scanned. This is not Crimson Fleet territory, it's just you're not getting scanned. But let's go back to the Crimson Fleet. As I said, they are selling and buying everything from you, and to be honest, you need that. Because if you should really decide to go completely down the route of being a pirate, then that will come with a lot of repercussions, and you need some traders who still talk to you. But we will get to that in just a few minutes. Let's talk about the main story. So, you joined the Crimson Fleet, you joined the main story. Does that mean you're now tarnished? You are now somebody who has been haunted down by the UC, by the Free Star Alliance? Are you now in trouble? That is the big question. And the answer is no. No, you're not. You're completely fine. You can just play the main story, because technically you are not really joining the Crimson Fleet at that point. You are still kinder double agent. Yes, at some point you have to make the decision, who do you actually want to follow, but you are not in danger. You are not tarnishing anything. You are not getting any wanted posters put up in the cities that they want your head because you are now working for the Crimson Fleet. Like, you are completely fine. Just follow that main story and nothing will happen to you. Now, with that said, the main story is amazing of the Crimson Fleet. Highly recommended. There are tons of decisions you can make, and the story itself is like your typical pirate story. They also took like a lot of ideas from One Piece, apparently, which is rather curious. But play it. Highly recommended, and it will not affect any other playthrough. It will not like close down any other quest. You are not the evil guy if you don't want to. You can just play that story. And you can make tons of decisions here. Like, all of the missions they're giving you are actually pretty cool. And again, I highly, highly recommend it. Okay, well, that's nice. But what if I want to go down the deep end? What if I want to become a real pirate? Well, to do that, you have to go to the missions board here, right? Those are the Crimson Fleet mission boards. And they will give you actual pirate missions, like piracy in Cheyenne. You have to like destroy something and get something. Piracy in the Voli system, or you have to smuggle harvested organs to Polvo, right? And then you are getting quite a bit of money here, and they are paying sometimes much more than you are getting through the normal mission boards. And that is really important because damn, will you get into trouble. Remember when I talked about all the traders here who will gladly buy all your stuff and sell you all the needed items? Yeah, because if you were pissing off the Freestar Collective and also the United Colonies, you are in trouble. Let me show you this as a wonderful example of what I did. So as you can see, I am still good if I want to go to the United Colonies because I paid off the money they basically wanted from me, right? And if I'm going over to the Freestar Collective, though, you see I am close to the 100,000 of a bounty. And they're not talking to me anymore. There is no, hey, this is the law, you own us. No, they are just open fire the moment I'm getting too close to them. So the only chance I have is to go to an area which is not against me, go to a bounty board and pay that hefty bounty. And the other thing you will probably have in your head is, wow, that's a lot of money. So being a pirate must be really worth it, right, Mo? Well, not really. That's the problem right now. Like, if you were going on a pirate mission, you would probably make between 10,000 and 15,000 credits. About that. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, depending if you can save a ship, if you can get like all the items on the ship, if you can plunder them with the credits and all that. Like around 10,000 to 15,000 is like the good optimal amount of credits you can get out of this. But the problem is, you are also building up a bounty. And that bounty is close to the same amount you just made from it. Let's say you made 15k, then you probably have a bounty of 10k you just got. Or you made 10k, then you probably have a bounty of like 7 or 8k, right? So unfortunately, Bethesda decided that the bounty is relatively high, and it outweighs sometimes the amount of money you make. So this is just an assumption, but I assume what they wanted to try here is that you're not going rogue right at the beginning, do all the pirate missions, rake in like millions and millions of credits, and then just go back to the UC and the Freestar Collective as if nothing happened, right? And I can understand that, because that would be the way of making money. You made 100,000k, or not 100,000k, well, 100,000 credits, and then you only have to pay 10,000 in bounty. Everyone would be a pirate at this point, right? They want to make it a little bit risky. And as I said, you need the NPCs because you still have to sell and buy your stuff. You have to repair and upgrade your ship. So if you really don't care, you can just go the deep end and make some good money out of this if you're completely independent from the UC and Freestar Collective. Please keep in mind, and this is something which caught me a little bit off guard, when I played the main story of the Crimson Fleet, at some point they were like, hey, yeah, okay, cool, let's meet up in New Atlantis. We have to talk to one of our informant. And I was like, what? Dude, I have a bounty of 60,000 in New Atlantis. What do you expect me to do? Figure it out. And it's like, oh, great. So actually going down the pirate route when you are still, well, working for the Crimson Fleet is not necessarily the best choice. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's something you have to think about. But all in all, I still believe that the Crimson Fleet is pretty fun. Going like full-blown pirate is pretty fun, especially if you love ship combat. Highly recommended. And even if you don't want to be a pirate, even if you don't want to be evil, do the main story of the Crimson Fleet. It's really good. I highly recommend it. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. If you still have any questions about the Crimson Fleet, let me know down below in the comments. I have now been with them for like nearly 20 hours and it has been pretty fun. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more Starfield videos, and we are also doing a weekly Starfield podcast here on the channel, please don't forget to consider to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.